gentlemen, I hope you are ready for the golf. I'm so glad you could join us for this event presented by the TGC Network. And our first round action commences, folks. Let's get down to the first tee and pick up on the action. And with that, I declare this event has begun. And nothing wrong with that shot. From the 150-yard marker. Going with the 8-iron. And this for the birdie. And from that length, my goodness, that was some putt. And starting the round off with a birdie is not a bad plan. And now the second hole tee off. And nicely done, looking like we'll have some fairway here. From here, about 230 yards to the pin. And this is a 4-iron. And missing the approach on that one. And just not enough club on that one. Oh my goodness. This one's about 3 feet from the cup. And that one will go for birdie. And now the third hole tee off. And a promising looking shot here. Just missing here. This one's about 2 feet from the cup. And 2 under for the day after that one. And now the fourth hole. Going with the hybrid here. Looks like he's going through some trees. And if this putt drops, they can save par. And this for the bogey. And a decent little putt there. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. And he's probably not too happy about that. And this lie is currently in the rough. And about 7 feet to go here. Ooh, and that was very close. It just didn't drop. And this one for bogey. And after that hole, that's going to put him up to even par. And now we find ourselves on the 6th hole tee off. And looks like a 6-iron. And that one's going to miss the green. And the wind got the best of that one, I think. Oh, goodness. For the birdie. And after that one, staying right there in 6th place. From about 135 yards out. Here is the pitching wedge. And not the greatest approach shot there. Not enough club on that one. Ooh, and that was very close. This one's about 3 feet away. And finishing this hole out with a solid putt. Okay, and after that one, they'll move down and into 9th. And it's looking like this is bound for the short stuff. And from about 250 yards away, And this putt's for birdie. And a nice putt. And he's going to go down to even par after that hole. Okay, and on to the 9th. Yeah, this is looking fairway bound. And from 150 yards out. And here's an 8-iron. And to the folks at home, it's looking like sand. And that will not be on the green. And that's yet another green missed in regulation. He's not going to be pleased with that. And that shot is putting par very much within reach. Ooh, and just inches away. And this one for bogey. And setting up for this next tee off. The wind could be an issue here. Let's see. And some serious power involved in a drive like this. Okay, about 185 yards to the pin. It looks like a 7-iron. And that couldn't have been the intended result on that approach. Too much club on that, I think. Oh my word. And that shot just dialed right in there from the fairway. Okay, and now let's take a peek and see what's happening on the leaderboard. And one over for the day after that hole. And next up is a par 4, folks. Well, this one's looking pretty good. And it appears it actually ended up in the rough. And with this, hopefully, they can save par. And that one will drop. And they will stay in 9th place on the leaderboard after that hole. And teeing off on this par 3. And going with the 9-iron. And the 9-iron proving to be too much club on this one. Poor approach shot there. Too much club. Five feet to go here. And that'll be for the bogue. All right, let's see what happens on the 13th hole here. This one's a toss-up. Let's see where this one will land. And about 175 yards to the pin. Going with the 7-iron on this one. Ooh, I think he might clear the green on this one. Okay, and now we will take a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, 2 over for the day. And for him, that also means 8th place on the leaderboard. And setting up now on the 14th hole. From 140 yards out. Going with the 9-iron. Might be a bit too much club on this one. Nothing wrong with that. And about 12 feet from the cup. Oh my goodness, that was close. And for the par. And that one will drop. All right, and they'll stay in 9th place in the leaderboard after that hole. On to the 15th hole. And he can't be pleased with himself after that one. Now let's see what happens here out of the rough. Oh, this is a tough call. Could be rough, could be fairway. From 14 feet. And that'll drop for birdie. And now teeing off on the par 3 hole. And here's the 6-iron. And on this shot, he's ended up in the water. He's going to have to Re-hit or take a drop. And now let's take a look and see how things are going on the leaderboard. Okay, and moving on to the 17th now. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. But in actual fact, that ended up in the rough. And a much nicer lie than the previous lie. Green is also in reach. Let's see what happens. This one's about 7 feet away. And that putt will drop for par. And 2 over for the day after that hole. And for him, that also means 8th place on the leaderboard. Teeing up for the final hole of the round. Well, so far so good for this one. And he's taking this through some brush here. He's got to be pleased with that. From here, about 195 yards to the pin. I think that's the 4 iron. And this is not looking promising. And not the greatest luck on that approach shot. And this putt to save par. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John McCarthy, and we are about to play some golf here on the TGC network. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final round of this event, and this is what it all comes down to. We are on the first tee, and I can't wait to see how this one goes down. And can't be too pleased with that one. Back into the sand. And that shot out of the bunker is putting par back on the table. Oh, and just doesn't want to drop. And this one's about 4 feet from the cup. And finishing this one with a good putt. Next up is the par 5. Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway. And this putt is for birdie. Ooh. And after that hole, 1 over for the day. And now setting up for the par 4. I think we'll find some fairway here. And about 5 feet to go here. And that par putt will drop. And +1 on the day after that hole. All right, here's the 4th hole. Well, I don't think this is going to be a happy ending, folks. This one's looking like around 16 feet or so. And that one will drop. And after that one, he's unfortunately going to be moving down in the standings. Okay, let's see what the 5th has in store today. Well, this is a close one. It could end up in the fairway. And about 7 feet to go here. Ooh, that was very close. This one's about a 7-footer. Ooh, that looked good. And this one for the double. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And moving on to the 6th here. And going with the 6 iron. And this could be long. In the end, I think that'll play on the green. And this putt is for birdie. Oh, and a solid attempt at a long putt. Just doesn't want to drop. And now let's take a look at that leaderboard. And currently sitting at 3 over for the day after that hole. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. This shot looks bound for the beach, folks. And that nice little sand shot is going to set them up nicely for par. And that one will drop for par. And they're going to stay steady right where they were at 6th place in the standings after that one. And he's probably not too pleased with himself after that one. And I think it'll be a bit easier to hit from here. And about 130 yards to the pin. Taking a shot with the pitching wedge. Well, you'll probably like that. 33 feet from the cup. And for the par. And a good putt. And after that one, they'll stay right where they are in 6th place. Teeing off on this par 4. And I think he will be pleased with that. And this next shot, setting up below the hole. Could have put a bit too much club on this one. Well, looks like that one will play on the green. And this putt's for birdie. Ooh, unfortunate. 5 feet to go here. And a decent putt. And currently sitting at +3 for the day after that hole. And let's see what the 10th has in store. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. Oh, I didn't see that landing in the rough, that's for sure. Let's see how this next shot goes. Out of the rough. Yeah, I think you'll like that. This one's about 10 feet away. Oh goodness, that was almost in. And about 4 feet from the cup. And the par putt will drop. And they'll stay right there at 6th place in the standings after that hole. And it looks like he's going through the branches here on this one. And that shot will end up safely in the fairway with the green in reach. Let's see what happens. And this is to save par. Finishing this hole with a solid putt. And after that one, staying right there in 6th place. Going with the 8-iron here. And that's a bit of bad luck. He's in the water here. This one's about 6 feet away. And that'll be for bogey. And they're going to stay steady right where they were at 6th place in the standings after that one. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway. And about 160 yards to the pin. Going with the 8-iron. And this is going towards the water hazard. And this putt to save par. And a nice putt. And after that one, they'll stay right where they are in 6th place. And he's probably not too pleased with his performance there. And this putt is needed to save par. And the putt will drop. And they'll stay right there at 6th place in the standings after that hole. And I'm not quite sure here. It could end up in the fairway though. And this putt is for birdie. And that one's right in the cup. The next hole we have before us is a par 3. Let's see what happens. Going with the 6 iron. And unfortunately, he has ended up in the water. And this putt is for the bogey. "26 feet from the cup here. Oh, that's bad luck there. And hopefully this one will go for the triple. And number 17. Okay, and about 145 yards left. Going with the 9 iron here. Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. Now it's an unfortunate approach shot. Just not enough club on that one. And just like that, that beauty of a shot out of the sand is putting par well within reach. Ooh, almost, almost. And this one's for the bogey. Now let's see how things are shaping up on the leaderboard. And moving on to the 18th hole. And he's taking this one through some branches. And that chips in for the bird.